Today is another day the Lord has made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. Good day and welcome to Albertine Sports on YouTube. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notification bell. So this afternoon we were there and then Kwesi Appiah decided to step down as a member of the executive council for the Black Stars. So he resigned as an ESCO member for the Black Stars after CAF wrote a letter to him and then copied the Ghana Football Association that due to conflict of interest, Kwesi Appiah being an ESCO member and ahead of the match against Sudan, he's also the head coach of the Sudanese national team. And ahead of that match, because of the conflict of interest, Kwesi Appiah can't hold two positions, especially in two different countries who will be playing against themselves. So he had to choose one he like to be before the match. I mean, the match is being played, the AFCON qualifiers, and he decided to choose the Sudanese coaching job instead of being an ESCO member for the Ghana Football Association. Now, let's talk about the main reason or why Kwesi Appiah couldn't resign earlier on before CAF wrote that letter to Kwesi Appiah and copied the Ghana Football Association. You know the rules of football and it's fair play. So you don't have any right to hold position in two countries, especially when they're about to face themselves in a football match. So Kwasi Appiah at this highest level of being in this game should have knew that that's as we play in Sudan. And therefore I am the head coach of Sudan and I am also an ESCO member for the Black Stars. These countries will be playing each other. So I should resign at least from one of the positions before the match starts or before CAF writes to me. You see, I think CAF were expecting Kwasi Appiah to make a decision earlier by now. That's why they couldn't write the letter as early as possible because the match we played on Thursday, the letter was brought today. Like the letter came out today. So you could clearly see CAF knew that definitely due to the high level of Kwasi Appiah in African football or due to the long term Kwasi Appiah has been in African football, would know I should resign. Na papa panyin na woyɛ adwuma wɔ baabi na wayɛ adwuma wɔ hɔnom akyɛ. Na wonim hɔ mmara. And then you couldn't take that decision. CAF have to interfere. I think I am a bit disappointed in Kwesi Appiah. I think per his level and standard in the African game, you'd have done better than this. Now let's go through the letter. Mr. James Kwesi Appiah. So they wrote the letter to Khartoum in Sudan. They copied the Ghana Football Association. October 6th, 2024, October 6th, 2024. So yesterday. Now, the topic of the letter was conflict of interest regarding your dual roles as Ghana Football Association Executive Council member and Sudan football team head coach. That was the head topic. So, dear sir, it has come to our attention that you are currently holding two significant positions. One, member of the Ghana Football Association GFA Executive Council. Two, head coach of Ghana Football Association, head coach of Sudan's national team. As you already know, Ghana and Sudan are in the same pool for the upcoming AFCON qualifiers. The competition, the two teams are set to face each other on 11th and 14th October 2024. And your dual roles create an apparent conflict of interest. This situation is contrary to CAF statutes and the FIFA Code of Ethics. For that reason, and to preserve the integrity of the AFCON qualifiers, I urge you to take immediate action to resolve this conflict of interest, including a minimum temporarily stepping down from one of these two roles until the conclusion of the competition. I kindly request you to provide CAF with written confirmation and proof that you have taken the necessary steps to remedy the situation on or before Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. Failure to do so will result in this matter being referred to CAF Disciplinary Board. I appreciate your prompt attention to this important matter. Yours sincerely, Confederation of African Football, Felix Magini, who is in charge of legal affairs. So you could clearly see they wrote the letter so that it favors Kwesi Appiah in some way. But you could see they were waiting for Kwesi Appiah for a quite longer time to make that decision, at least to resign from one of the roles. Either you are going to stick with being the head coach of the Sudanese national team, or you step down as the head coach of the Sudanese national team, then you take the role as the executive committee member of the Ghana Football Association. And now the letter has to, I mean, CAF has to write a letter to you. So he has taken a decision to resign as the or to step down as the executive committee member of the Ghana Football Association till November. So what happens if Kwesi Appiah resigns from that role as an ESCO member, I mean, indefinitely, or he resigns permanently as a member of the executive committee council? Because you are a head coach of a particular team, which requires a lot of time. You need time to work as the head coach. Now you are occupying the position as an executive committee member of the Ghana Football Association. So how are you going to compromise with this position and to work effectively in these particular positions? You see, there has been an attitude in Africans, especially that attitude to resign from a portfolio unless it takes the interference of higher authorities before you resign. Now you are occupying two positions. How can you work effectively? We are all aware of the, let's say, the incompetence, or let's say the ineffectiveness of the Ghana Football Association, which we've been criticizing them for quite a longer period of time. And then you occupying two positions. Now, how, and I know so far as you've chosen the Sudanese national team in this particular situation, that means you put that one in the pecking order. That one is higher than than being a member of the executive council. So why won't you resign as a permanent ESCO member? Why won't you resign permanently? Because when it comes that Ghana will be playing against Sudan in the near future. Let's say next year, Black Stars will be playing against Sudan, or in the AFCON, Black Stars will be will be in the same group against Sudan. Are you going to resign again as an executive committee member, or you expect CAF to write a letter to you before you resign once again? What happens if you resign permanently? That attitude of blacks, failure to resign from a position unless it takes the interference of higher authorities. I think it's high time we stop those things. And with Kwesi Appiah with the highest level of intelligence when it comes to African football, when it comes to football, at least he should maintain that integrity he has. At least you resign permanently so that a different person occupy that position who will be there 247 to work effectively, because we need competence and people who will be there at every moment that we will need him. Now, okay, when it comes to an emergency meeting for the executive committee members of the Ghana football, and then you have an assignment to perform at the Sudanese national team, who is going to represent you in that emergency meeting? You see, then at that point, you've left a certain lap, a certain hole that won't be filled. So I think the with the new rule, because you were appointed or you were elected as an executive committee member before Sudan appointed you as the head coach. So after you were appointed as the head coach, at least resign from that executive committee role, because it's not superior than being a head coach of a whole country. And you are having a good spell with the Sudanese national team. You've been able to amass 3 points out of that 6 points out of two matches you've played. Now you're playing against Ghana. That's a difficult task because Ghanaians are serious. Ghana is very, very serious, at least to win that match in order to maintain their hopes of qualifying to the AFCON in Morocco. So you're having a good spell. So don't spoil that integrity. That integrity. Now, some Ghanaians who do not understand this particular situation will say, oh, Kwesi Appiah has chosen Sudan over Black Stars, or Kwesi Appiah has chosen Sudan over Ghana. But if he was the one, if he were the one, he would have done the same thing. What, what if you resigned earlier on? Kwesi Appiah, next time, don't do that. And I think you should resign permanently. But say, you resign permanently because this thing now here cannot. At least you have an integrity and a lot of people respect you. And I think it will do you more good than bad if you resign permanently from being an executive committee member of the Ghana Football Association. Yes, I think it will do you more good because in that case, you'll be 100% focused on the Sudanese national team instead of I mean, dividing attentions. Some will be on the Ghana Football Association, and the other will be on the Sudanese national team. And you also hold a position in Kumasi and Kotoko once again. I mean, one single individual holding three top positions. Come on. What do you want in football once again? You've played this game. You've been a coach for Black Stars. You've been in the game consistently. Which kind of money do you want? You've earned any money you want. Like, you've earned huge money in football. I don't think it's because of money that you are holding this position. If it's integrity, and I think you can maintain that integrity if you resign permanently from the being the executive member of the Black Stars, and then at least leaving that position for the different president to occupy. I know you're actually going to do better. Thank you very much for watching.